Full details in the blog post linked in the description. The blog post will be kept up to date with any new details that appear. 4 reasons why Apple TV remote is lagging. The remote's battery needs to be charged or changed. An issue with the HDMI cable. Faulty power cycle on the Apple TV device. Your remote needs to restart. Method 1. Charge your remote's battery. Sometimes, the answer is so simple that you may completely overlook it. The first thing you should do when you start noticing your Apple TV remote bugging is to charge it for a while. One way to make sure whether this is a battery issue or an issue with the Apple TV receiver is to use the remote app. If it works just fine, then it's definitely the remote's battery that needs recharging. Alternatively, you might need to change the batteries entirely. While the batteries in the Apple TV or Siri remotes are rechargeable, they still have a lifespan. Once they've exhausted all their recharging cycles, they'll need to be changed entirely. You should exchange the old battery with a CR2032 or BR2032 lithium-3 coin battery, depending on the type of remote you have. You can find those easily at most drugstores or electronics stores. Method 2. Change your HDMI cable connection. Apple TV uses the HDMI cable as guidance to control the TV volume and power. So, when there are issues with the HDMI cable, it could lead the remote to become dysfunctional or completely stop working. Sometimes, if your HDMI cable is too long, it might collect kinks over time, which would stand in the way of Apple TV detecting the TV model. This leads to a pause where the Apple TV tries to detect the model every time you press a button on your remote, resulting in those momentary and annoying lags. A simple change of the HDMI cable you use would fix your troubles, and it should work just fine. Method 3. Reboot your Apple TV device. Electronics can get messy with their power cycles, and ones that work wirelessly can also face issues with interference in signals. That's why a good refresh or reinitialization can occasionally fix the issue. You can do so as follows. Press down and hold both the TV button and the back button, 2nd Gen Siri remote, or menu button, 1st Gen Siri remote, until the status light on the ATV starts blinking quickly. Disconnect the device from the power outlet. Wait at least 6 seconds and reconnect it. Go to System from the Apple TV settings and press Restart. Method 4. Restart your remote. Instead of restarting the Apple TV device, we can try restarting the remote itself. The process will change depending on what kind of remote you have. Restarting a Siri remote or Apple TV remote. To restart an Apple TV remote or Siri remote, press the TV/Control Center button and the volume down button simultaneously. Do that for at least 6 seconds or until you see the status light blinking quickly. Release both buttons, then wait for 5 to 10 seconds until you see a connection lost prompt appear on the screen of your TV. Your remote is supposed to restart at that point, and then you'll see a connected prompt on the screen. Restarting an Apple remote. To restart an Apple remote, long press down the menu button and left arrow for at least 6 seconds. Then, search for the unlink icon on top of the remote's icon, which looks like an undone chain. Then, to link it back again, long press down the menu and right arrow for at least 6 seconds. Once you see the icons on the screen, look for the link one with 2 tied chains. If you are still having trouble, look to see if there are additional fixes in the comments. I will also update the blog post linked in the description with any new details that appear.